What exactly is a mortgage? What does loan to value mean, and how does it affect your mortgage payments? And typically, how long does a mortgage last for? We're going to answer some of these frequently asked questions in this week's video. Hi, I'm Ben from Hannells, and I'm back again with Joe, one of our expert in-house mortgage advisors. And in this video, we're going to address some of the industry jargon when it comes to property, and in particular, mortgages. So Joe, let's take it back to the very basics. What exactly is a mortgage?
So Ben, a mortgage is a really big loan that helps you buy a house. It's probably the biggest loan that anyone will ever have. A personal loan is there to help you buy whatever, do home improvements, buy cars, things like this. What the difference is, a mortgage, obviously except for it being a lot more money, is the fact that a loan is actually physically tied to the house that you're buying. So if you look on your mortgage deeds when you finally buy a house, or your house deeds, it will actually say the mortgage lender that's associated to your house.
Okay, yeah, quite simple, but I think that helps clear it up. So the next one that we use quite often, and just assume everybody knows because we're in the industry, is loan to value. So what do we mean when we're talking about, when it comes to mortgages, loan to value?
Yeah, so this is quite a common thing. I think a lot of people assume that clients know what loan to value is. It's not the case. So a loan to value is the amount of loan that you have compared to the value of your property. So let's assume your house is worth £100,000. and your mortgage is 75,000. That means that your loan to value percentage is 75%. Now, the more loan you have compared to the value of your house, the higher the interest rate typically, meaning that your mortgage payments will be more. And this is, on the flip side, from a client's point of view, this is where your deposit comes into place. When people bound around the term 5% deposit or 10% deposit, as a mortgage advisor, we look at it the opposite way. So we look at 95%. And 90% is what you are borrowing from a mortgage company.
And typically, based on your experience, Joe, how long does the average mortgage actually last for?
So typically the longest amount of time that you can take a mortgage for is between 35 and 40 years, lender dependent. Some will do 40, the maximum time, some will do 35. You need to make sure that your mortgage is paid off before the age of 70. That's what the mortgage lenders will set as their retirement age. Now that is, again, dependent. There are exceptions. People can take it into retirement, but again, that's lender specific and client specific. That's where you need to sit down with an advisor and work out if that's doable for you.
So why does everybody then not take out the longest possible mortgage to keep their payments down throughout that term?
It's a very good question, Ben, and it's one of them things where it is specific to the person. Some people want to have a smaller mortgage payment so that they can do more things. Others want to be able to pay their mortgage off as quick as possible. So it is client specific. It's always good to sit down with someone and go through what's right for you and your monthly budget. There's no point crippling yourself with a monthly mortgage payment that's really high if you know that you go out a lot and do a lot of activities, whereas other people might be able to do that. One good thing about mortgages, you can make overpayments. So if your mortgage is actually smaller on a monthly basis, so, your monthly payment, you can make an additional payment towards your mortgage if needs be. You've got to remember, if you're taking a mortgage for as long as possible, you're going to pay a lot more interest back than if you were having a shorter term mortgage.
All right, Bill, thanks Joe. So in this video we've talked about what exactly is a mortgage, what's loan to value and how does it affect your payments, and typically how long do mortgages last. Now if you're a first time buyer and you've not had any financial advice and you've got questions that you'd like to just have an impartial chat to, come and speak to us at Hannells, where you get the opportunity to speak to somebody like Joe or one of our other expert in-house advisors who can give you the best possible advice and point you in the right direction. You can reach us at hannells.co.uk. You can drop a comment below or send us a message and we'll be happy to help. So thanks Joe, as always, for again providing some of your mortgage expertise. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one.